Welcome to Lucky Blog number 13. I thought it might be a refreshing change of pace to bring in someone else to discuss a little bit of, the uncertainty of the life of a musician, and to talk about their strategies for tackling the uncertainty of next year. So it's someone who I respect a great deal. He's doing his master's here at ASU in saxophone performance, and so I think he's going to talk a little bit about his plans and what he's doing for next year.
Hi, my name's Ian Smith. I'm a master's student at Arizona State University. Brittany asked me to come in and discuss a little bit about what I was planning on doing next year when I finish my degree. So originally, I'm from Canada, I'm from Calgary, and I did my undergrad in Vancouver, and now I'm down in the States doing my master's. So when this year's all done, I'm planning on moving back up. I think it'll just be a little easier than trying to get a visa to work in the States and to live in the States. So I've looked at the music situation in Calgary, where it's very dry culturally for classical music, in Vancouver, where it's extremely saturated with an unbelievable amount of good musicians. So I've looked at both of those cities and thought that maybe they weren't the perfect fit for me, even though I have a lot of established connections there. So I'm looking at moving to Toronto. It's sort of Canada's version of New York City. There's about 7 million people that live there. And speaking of what I do, classical and contemporary saxophone, there really aren't too many. There's a few really good musicians, but there's sort of a lot of growing room and a lot of room for me, I think, to get my foot in the door. So looking at moving there, probably end of May or June or anytime really before September, sort of set a date for myself of August 1st to be in Toronto by. This is because I'd like to establish a large private studio, mostly of high school and junior high students. So it's important for me to be there before classes start and sort of make connections with those teachers before they get going and start divvying out all of their students to the teachers that they already know. So speaking of that, I'm trying to kind of get my foot in the door before school starts by having a concert in Toronto in early April. And for that, even though I don't know that many people there, I found contact lists for all of the community bands, as well as all of the high school and junior high school teachers. So I shouldn't have too much of a problem, hopefully, getting some people out there, sort of setting up concerts and doing a lot of free activity. Getting people to know who you are, I think, is going to be really important. So that's what my plans are for next year. Hope everyone has a good